How do you feel about the word daddy?
Like in context to talking to your own father.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit kind of like zaddy, like you're on about like a hot older man.
A bit zaddy?
No, it's zaddy. Like D-Z-A-D-D-Y,
Oh, yeah, I know
like
what
it's
that word
zaddy.
means. Greetings, movie fans. You're all very welcome to the Big Reviewski with Omniplex Cinemas and my OmniPass. My name is Owen Doherty, and this week I'm delighted to be joined by not one, but two old film fan favourites, two blasts from the past, two Big Reviewski ex-flames, actually. So I hope everything's going to be okay in studio. Please welcome, first of all, the one and only Denise Curtin. Woo!
Thank you. I'm clapping for myself. Why? Who knows?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Self-love, yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. And the other person, of course, that we're delighted to welcome back to the show this week is Samuel L. Jackson. It's his third... A round of applause for Samuel L. Jackson as well. And Rory is here as well.
Cheers.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm grand. I'm delighted Denise is here.
Thank
it's
you
lovely
so
to
much.
see you.
It's so good to be here. I'm glad to be sitting on these super couches. Huh?
The enthusiasm.
I'm just excited at seeing somebody new. That's all.
Yeah,
Fair.
look,
I don't
you're
get
a
out of the
veteran at
studio.
this now. I'm
just part of the furniture. Me and Samuel, just two couches.
So tell me this, Denise. Did you get your hair done specifically for the show
I had
today?
a feeling this was going to come up. No, I didn't. No,
You sure?
I should say I did. Yes, of course I did own.
Thank
Got
you.
this done especially, booked it in weeks in advance, just hoping that you'd bring me on the show.
Rightly so. Of
Yeah.
course, because you joined us before, because you are your other, I mean, you've got a whole bunch of amazing things on your CV. The host of your Love Island podcast.
Yes.
Do you want to give like a big
Indeed. Yeah,
shout
I've
out
got
to
a
that?
text every Monday, Wednesday and Friday from 8 a.m. Recap of everything Love Island. So if you miss an episode, because I know it's on 6 nights a week, like it's intense, you can catch up on the pod. It's only 20 to 30 minutes long, depending on how long I talk for and depending on what happened the night before.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a great recap and I have some stunning guests on it. So yeah.
You really milked that plug there. That was quite the plug.
Thank you.
And the other thing is you're also Anne Hathaway's best friend.
Yes, she is my best friend. You definitely don't agree with that. This probably causes you upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is my girl, as is Kevin Hart, my lad.
Okay,
Yeah.
one of each. Nicely
one
done.
of each.
As I said, we do have Samuel L. Jackson coming up on the show later on.
Who's
We've
my
also
friend?
got...
Samuel
Yeah,
L.
go-
Jackson's my
well,
mate. so-
Okay.
Would you
No big deal.
hush down over there,
Sorry.
please? We also have some Spider-Man goodies to give away. We had 5 Spider-Man travel packs. We're going to announce the winners of 3 of those this week, and that means we've still got another 2 to go.
Good on you.
Oh, you definitely practiced that.
Right.
Oh, that was the link I practiced the most. Don't forget to get in touch. You can tweet us at Big Reviewski. You can also check out the Joe Instagram, and please remember to subscribe to the show. And actually, if you're subscribing to our show, you might as well subscribe to Denise's show as well. While you're at
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you so much.
2
That
for
was
the price
so beautiful
of 1.
of you.
Yeah, it's like we're not paying you, so we need to give you something for being here this evening. That hair ain't going to pay for itself, you know. Now, for this part of the show, it's over to Rory Cashin for the big question. Rory, what have you got for us?
I thought it was your big question.
See, I told you I spent all my time practicing that other link,
And
I didn't even do this
But
one.
you spent a lot of time learning math just for this episode.
It was the whole 3 plus 2 thing. Is it my big question then?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me see.
You ask away.
Oh, you're right, it is. So now, though, it's time for the big question on the Big Reviewski. And for this week's big question on the Big Reviewski, it's over to me, Owen Doherty. So Stuber is released in cinemas this week. It stars Dave Bautista as a guy who hitches a ride with a taxi driver in an Uber, but they go on like some kind of like mad action adventure.
Yes, we'll go into further detail when we get to reviewing the movie later in the episode. I have some stuff to say about Stuber.
Okie dokie. But in honor of Stuber, and seeing as there was the whole premise is like based around this exciting taxi journey, I was wondering what is everybody's favorite taxi moment from movie history? So I was going to say, Rory, like,
Yeah.
okay to go to you now?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Well, I have an answer for
Okay,
your
sweet.
question.
Okay, go for it.
I didn't realize it's something you don't pay attention to until you ask the question, where you're like, oh my goodness, there are so many taxi scenes in movies. Like they range from Taxi Driver to Taxi.
That's both great taxi
Queen
choices.
Latifah's
Yeah.
Taxi.
Yeah.
So
She was in Taxi Driver, yeah?
yes,
That's the one.
you
Gotcha.
did- yep. So it actually did require like a little bit of actual research, but then when I happened across this, I was like,
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course it's this. It is the Welcome to Johnny Cab scene from the original Total Recall, which sounds like an interesting idea if it ever happened in real life, where you have like automated taxi drivers and you just give them the direction and then they take you there. Until you start to talk to the animated kind of robotic driver guy. I'm just going to let you go to a clip because he's truly disturbing. Just nightmare fuel.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cat. Where can I take you tonight?
Drive!
Would you please repeat the destination?
Oh, anywhere, just go! Go!
Please state a street and number.
Shit!
I'm not familiar with that address. Would you please repeat the destination? Please fasten your seatbelt.
Great film, great clip.
Good
Yes,
choice.
thank you.
Good choice.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Congratulations, Rory, on choosing an excellent moment. Good work. The bit that I love in that scene, whenever he's in the back of it, he starts shouting the word shit over and over again. Arnold Schwarzenegger does, not Johnny Cab. And it's just great because hearing Arnold Schwarzenegger say anything over and over again is great. He's like, shit. Shit. There wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's other guest, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Who knew
Wow.
that he was going to appear? Sometimes he just manifests himself out of there as well. That was actually a pretty woeful impression, but it's fine.
We're all friends here.
Yeah. Denise, what did you go for?
Yeah, mine's less action, more smoochy smooch.
Nice.
And
Sexy
mine-
taxi journeys.
Still
Sexy
action in
taxi
a way.
journey, yeah. It's actually, there is a bit of action in it because she jumps out of the cab. I'm on about How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Of course.
Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, why are you making that face?
No, go on.
This is a great scene where he's like, where are you going? And she's like, I need to go to right. And he's like, you can write wherever you are. And then they share a kiss, and it's great because he's like, hey lady, are you coming? And he gives some money and he's like, bring her bags back. And it's just, the whole scene is just...
I'll tell you why I inhaled. I really like this movie.
Okay, great. Oh my
See,
God.
it was a good inhale.
Yeah.
You were so quick to judge.
Because Rory scares me. He really scares me.
He does have
really
that
does.
effect on people.
I
Yeah,
get scared about my movie knowledge around him. I'm like, so my scene is this chick flick.
No, a lot of time for this. They were an adorable couple.
They were.
Yeah, go. Can we just watch the clip? A little bit?
Just-
Yeah.
let's
Can we
take-
please?
Watch the clip.
Okay, get some popcorn.
Some popcorn,
Make yourself
please. Thank
comfy.
you.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Ben, it's the only place I can go and write what I want to write.
No, I'm not buying that. You can write anywhere. I think you're running away.
Why don't you save your mind games for your next bet, okay? I am not running away.
Bullshit.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Bullshit.
Hey lady, what do you want to do?
Take the lady's luggage back to her place. She has alternate transportation.
You calling my bluff?
You bet I am.
Now, while that clip was playing, neither of you can see this, and everybody who's listening obviously can't see this, but it's worth checking out on YouTube as well. Kate Hudson's hair is perfectly framed around your head, Rory, and it looks like you have a wonderful mane of blonde hair. In the bit whenever they're kind of talking at the start, it's like, because whenever Denise was talking there a moment ago, I was like, Rory's hair is fantastic.
That might only be from where you're sitting.
Yeah, that's true.
So you get to see what blonde Rory might
Yeah,
have looked like.
blonde
You've
Rory
got
with long
extensions,
hair.
that's what you look like.
This
yeah.
is true. I can't believe both of you got your hair done for this week's episode.
I decided to go curly blonde just for this week.
Yeah.
So, Denise, this film means a lot to you?
Yeah, it does. It was one of the films that I kind of grew up watching. And I love chick flicks like 13 Going on 30, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Mean Girls. They were like my tea. So this is definitely one of my favourite films. Yeah, and the taxi scene is iconic. They're not in it, but her slamming the door and them standing with the taxi positioned behind her, you know. makes
But
sense.
that's the beauty of the moment, and that's the beauty of the taxis, because we were saying beforehand, it can be a character, it can be a conversation that happens in a taxi, or the taxi's crucial in this because it lets Matthew McConaughey let everyone know just how much he loves
Yeah,
Goldie
and it
Hawn's
was
daughter.
taking her away.
Yeah, it was
But then
taking her
it
away from
didn't.
him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was there on his motorcycle behind it,
He's like,
thinking,
no,
come on,
no.
I'm going to catch up with it.
Yeah. No, a beautiful moment. Another great shot.
Thank you so much. Thank
Good
you.
work. Do you want to hear my one?
Yes, I'm excited.
Also action-packed and kind of romantic as well. It's from Die Hard with a Vengeance. So this was a beautiful couple as well. Samuel L. Jackson, of course, who will be on the show. Do you know what the L stands for, actually? Find this out this week.
Leonard Nimoy.
Nearly. He actually has Irish grandparents. It's Samuel Lorcan Jackson.
Lorcan?
Yeah,
Lorcan.
which is insane. But there you go.
Were his grandparents from D4?
Did he
It's
just
okay.
shorten it to an L because he's ashamed?
No, Lorcan's a gorgeous name.
Yeah, I know, but
Is it not?
No, I was like, is your dad or one
My
of your
brother is
brothers
called
named-
Lorcan,
Oh,
you
my Lorcan.
bastard. But anyway, this is Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis taking a shortcut through Central Park in New York. But they do that amazing thing in films where they take the car off the person and they run out in front, flash the badge and say, I'm going to have to take your vehicle, it's for police business. And they chuck the other person out. So they hop in it and sure, listen, it's great crack because it's genuinely really well executed. You're like, God, the whole way through.
Yeah, like driving a taxi through Central Park is a terrible idea.
yeah, it's not a
As you'll see.
shortcut.
Yes.
It's grounds for getting killed.
It certainly is.
They're headed east on 72nd towards the park.
Wall Street is south.
Man, stop yelling at me. I got a bad headache. And the best way south is not 9th Avenue. It's through the park.
Oh, dear. I told you the park drive is always jammed.
I didn't say Park Drive. I said through the park.
Shit! We lost them. In the park headed south.
I got him, Connie. He's taking the scenic route.
Get away! Get out of here! Are you aiming for these people?
No. Maybe that mine.
Tree! Oh!
Hang on.
Rock! McLean. What?
That scene actually has everything, and by everything I mean action and comedy. It has those two things. I think that's what I look for in everything. I think that's
everything, that's
in
what you look
everything.
for.
That's what keeps me happy. But there's a brilliant joke in it whenever Samuel L. Jackson is panicking and he shouts at Bruce Willis and he's like, "Are you trying to hit everybody?" And Samuel L. Jackson says, or Bruce Willis is like, "No." He's like, "Well, maybe that mime." He's like, "That's funny."
That's dark, but I enjoy
Obviously,
that.
they're in the middle of trying to get across town before nasty Jeremy Irons blows up a school full of people. What a bastard. But yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance was my favourite taxi journey. Are we allowed to give shout outs to any other ones? Or we just keep it at those? There's a lot of...
Yeah, the other one, the first one that came to mind, the one that I thought you were going to pick was another Bruce Willis in a taxi one,
What was that one?
The Fifth Element.
That would have been brilliant. I thought you were going to go for Spider-Man Homecoming with Michael Keaton and Tom Holland.
Oh,
What
that's
taxi-
a
what
very good
taxi are they
scene.
in?
Oh, because no, he's just a dad giving him a lift to
It's
the
a
prom.
car.
It's just a car. It's not really a
Is that
taxi.
not a taxi?
No.
No.
I thought it was.
No, I thought they drive past the taxi. But then also the other
But
one
that
was...
would be included. They drive past
Past the taxi. There's a taxi.
There's a bit of B-roll in the
It
taxi
works.
there.
Sure.
And the other one was... Scrooged, whenever Bill Murray is driving around with Ghost of Christmas
That's a good
Past.
one too.
Yeah.
Another
but-
one I was going to pick was The Devil Wears Prada, when Anne Hathaway and what's her name, Meryl Streep, are sitting in the back of the taxi in Paris, And Meryl Streep is just telling Anne Hathaway that she's basically a young her.
Everyone wants to be us.
Everyone wants to be us. And it's that moment of realization that, feck, what am I doing?
I don't want to be like you, Meryl.
Yeah, it's a cold one, so I went with some.
too.
Thank you. You really like my scenes. This is
I feel
flattered.
like you two are really getting on really well.
You're over there by yourself.
Oh, it's fine. Anyway, those were our favourite taxi moments in movie history. You can let us know. As we said, you can tweet us at Big Reviewski, get in touch on Instagram as well. And if you are getting in touch with I've Got a Text, you can let them know your favourite taxi moments as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any
it's
taxis
key.
in Love Island or?
I feel like they might get a taxi when they get dumped from the island to the airport, but they don't show that. But maybe they should.
Definitely.
Yeah, grounds for it. Yeah.
Now it's time for this week's big trailer on the Big Reviewski, and this time it's over to Rory Cashin for this week's big trailer.
Yes,
I got it right.
So proud of you.
I'm only allowed one mistake per show. We're screwed.
This is the next. Well, actually, no. I guess The Lion King is the next, but the next live action Disney adaptation, and it is Mulan, which is hitting our cinemas March 2020. And having watched the trailer, I actually got way more excited about it than I was previously, because I was like, oh, it looks like they're going a bit Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon-y, which I'm totally on board with, 100%. Because some people are giving out off the back of the trailer, and it was announced that there's going to be no songs.
No music.
No, there might be music, but it's not no music.
Yeah.
Definitely not a musical number anyway. No talking dragon.
No Mushu.
Voiced by Eddie Murphy.
No.
They're sticking to a more realistic portrayal of the story. But does she get into like dude makeup or pretend to be a man at any point in this trailer? I didn't spot it.
I don't think she
No,
does.
because whenever she's doing the battle scene, she still has her hair down and everything. And the other person's got her hair done. Her hair looks great in all the battle scenes.
It does.
Yeah.
Definitely paid at least €500 for that.
Yep.
At least.
At least. I suppose whenever she's got like the helmet on, but still, like you can't really tell.
Right there when she's flipping arrows at people.
Yeah.
It's not abundantly clear that she's pretending to be. Is it her own dad? Full disclosure, I haven't seen the original.
You haven't seen the
Mulan.
original?
What?
No.
Haven't seen it.
It's okay, Denise.
Maybe
I've got
that's
this.
why you think the trailer's good.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Damn!
Let's take a look at
Take a
look at the
clip.
controversial trailer. Oh no.
Quiet. Composed. Graceful. Disciplined. These are the qualities we see in a good wife. These are the qualities we see in Mulan. It is my duty to fight.
You join us live on the Big Reviewski, where Denise is absolutely destroying Rory here because he's never seen Mulan before.
No, she wasn't destroying me. I think she's destroying this trailer.
Oh, it's the trailer.
You don't like the trailer?
I don't like the trailer. No.
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I have seen the original many a time. And when they're making a Disney remake, I'm like, do you think that children are going to want to see this film? Or even preteens or anyone that's younger than like 20.
Yeah.
It just looks like nothing to do with Mulan. Like we've no talking dragon, we've got no songs. Like I want to hear the tracks that made the Disney movie iconic, and I just don't think any of that is in it. And when I was watching it, I was like, if you didn't tell me that the title of this is Mulan and I had to look at it, like, would I guess it's Mulan? Would I guess it's a kind of ninja-like film or something? I don't know.
That's fair.
Fair point. Fair point.
Maybe it's because I don't have that connection to it that I'm like, oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Mulan, because it was released late 90s. And I think, because obviously Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, Pocahontas, Little Mermaid was late 80s, but all those films were released around the same time, and Hunchback of Notre Dame as well. So people have their own favourites. Everybody kind of went for Aladdin and Lion King as well.
But the trailers for Lion King and Aladdin still appealed to younger children. They were magical and they were exciting. This just looks a bit too action. No songs.
Not for you.
No.
But it gives me like almost a Hunger Games vibe of like strong female, younger, giving like people aspirations.
But not for a younger audience, I don't think. I don't think there's any, like, no Mulan resonates through that, bar the fact that they have, like, a lead that kind of looks similar to the cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't look like the original was fine, but it wasn't one of those ones that I fell in love with at the time because I think Hercules came out the year before, and I love Hercules so much.
I love Hercules. The soundtrack of Hercules.
It's amazing.
Like, imagine if they were trying to remake Hercules today without that soundtrack. You'd be like, absolutely not.
Don't do it, Disney.
Cut.
Don't do it. Not that Disney are listening to us anyway. Actually, little known fact. Reflection, which was one of the songs from the original Mulan film, was Christina Aguilera's very first single.
Oh.
She recorded it for the film.
I seen her live in Las Vegas last month, and she sang it there.
Did she actually?
Gave the whole story of how she how it like launched her career.
It's
Imagine a bit of
song.
reflection over that trailer. That would even help it.
But you see, I think what they've said is they're not including the original songs, but they will include the original songs as part of the soundtrack in the rest of the film as well. But still, you'd like to hear a few bars of that, wouldn't you?
Just anything.
I'm going to watch the original one and then watch
it's only like
one.
an hour and a half, an hour and 25
You're going to miss
minutes,
the
so.
dragon. I'm going to tell you that now.
Right.
Well, they obviously based like Mushu, Eddie Murphy's character, on the success of Robin Williams as the genie.
Yep.
They were like, that worked. Get a big Hollywood comedian.
And whatever
get
Danny
him in there.
DeVito was in Hercules.
Oh, he was the little fawn.
Yeah.
As well, he was great.
I think you need a sidekick. You know, you just need sidekicks in these
Oh, I thought you
movies.
were talking about me. I was like, I'd love a sidekick. Like, that'd be great.
I
Thanks.
thought you were talking to me, and I was like, he's there.
I'm right here. So Mulan is out, you said, next March 2020?
End of March 2020, yeah.
If we kick up enough of a fuss, they might add in the dragon in post, or some of the songs as well. So
Potentially.
Or Christina will come back and do like a different version of that song, and we'll all be happy.
We'll be over the moon. So that is Mulan. Before that, we'll be taking a look at The Lion King next week.
Next week, yeah.
Which is the next one on the Disney slate. Now, though, in cinemas at the moment is Spider-Man Far From Home. It's getting rave reviews, most notably here on the Big Reviewski.
Most notably.
Don't laugh at that. We did have Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob Batalon on the show last week. But as we said, a firm fan favourite is back once again because he was here for Glass earlier on in the year. And there was something else.
There definitely was
There was
something
another
else.
one. Maybe it was before Christmas as well. But Mr. Samuel Lorcan Jackson is back on the show.
Lorcan.
And before we hear from Lorcan, here's a little look at Spider-Man Far From Home.
I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
What do you want, Peter? I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility.
Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Oh my God.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You going to step up or not?
I gotta get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
I don't care if Samuel L. Jackson has been on the show 14 million times before. I'll have him back every single week, not a bother. He is unbelievably cool. Rory, you're also very cool. Who was the coolest person in the room when you met him?
The cameraman.
Oh, really?
No. Damn it. It was the sound man.
Oh, was it the sound
Yeah,
man?
because he was sound.
Oh,
It was the coolest one.
Okay.
Well, I was leaving. Anyway. So that's fine.
So Samuel L. Jackson is obviously a stalwart of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nick
Good
Fury,
word usage.
Thanks. Universe. Nick Fury has been there since Iron Man at the very beginning. And when he popped up in the end credits, he's probably been in the majority of the films.
He's been in 11.
11.
Including this one.
Oh, so he's 50% there. Glass half full. But yeah, so he's a little bit jaded now, or is he, do you feel he's still got that kind of like, I love the MCU?
Well, like, I'll answer that question in a minute.
With another question.
But yeah, because we did eventually end up talking about his future in the MCU. But before that, I was chatting to him about what he figured the highlights of his career portraying Nick Fury was within the MCU. Because, as you said, he's been in pretty much half. There's been 23 now, including Far From Home. He's been in 11. So he's been either involved in or at least part of some of the major aspects of the MCU so far. So I was curious what he thought the highlights of the MCU has been so far, because it's been a lot. It's been a road.
I would guess that there are things that have happened that moved Nick Fury in different directions, and I guess the first one was when the Winter Soldier reveal, when he's sent away to kind of find out what's going on, the Red Skull and all those people, Hydra, and where he's been, where was he during Civil War when the kids were fighting, and he could have come back and might have changed the course of what was going on there.
Yeah,
if he'd been there, and then to get to Captain Marvel and find out that there was a time he did not know that there were extraterrestrials and people with superpowers, and that learning curve for him and his relationship with her, to this particular place where he's been blipped out, and when he comes back and he admits that, I'm so used to knowing everything, now I know nothing. So he's not real happy about that and kind of grumpy.
Interesting to hear him talk about Captain Marvel there as well, because out of all the MCU, that's the one that's come in for a lot of stick. Like from people online, stupid people online, where they're not as much of a fan of that, or Carl Danvers or Brie Larson in the role. But it's nice to hear him talk, like someone who's been there through so many, and it still registers as a highlight for him as well.
Yeah, I think he really cemented for me why cats are evil and shouldn't be trusted.
True, cats. Denise, where do you stand on cats? I would stand on a cat.
I was going to say,
I would stand on a cat. Yeah, definitely.
No harm. But yeah, no, dogs all the way. When I hear people saying they're a cat person, no.
I judge them immediately.
No, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
If they're a cat person, then they're not an Owen person.
They can't be trusted.
No.
People
I'm on
also
Tinder
that
and
go
I'm like,
to-
cats?
Yeah.
All right, so Denise gave a plug to her podcast earlier on. Roy, do you want to plug your Tinder profile?
No.
Okay, fair enough. You sure?
No.
Okay. Triple sure? Yeah, okay.
Let's just focus on the show.
Anyway, what else did you talk to Samuel L. Jackson about?
I am just being burnt left and right.
No, sorry. Here, do you want some water for those burns?
That's so funny.
So the other,
what else?
here's a clip of Samuel L. Jackson talking about the future of his role in the MCU.
Okay.
Let's just go straight to that, shall we?
Roll clip.
I think it's great. All the movies in the MCU have their own timbre and their own sort of genre. It's interesting to go from Iron Man to what the attitudes are in that movie, to the Avengers, to Guardians of the Galaxy, to Doctor Strange, to Spider-Man. They're all very different. And they all serve a different sensibility for an audience. So I think they've tapped into something that's going to be great, and just listening to what they're planning, with the Asian version of whatever, the universe is going to take on, to the new casting that they keep talking about, the other people, from even hearing Kevin say, well, we're trying to get, Keanu Reeves to join the Marvel Universe. It's going to go, what would that be? John Wick in the Marvel Universe.
Well,
Okay.
that would be perfect.
Hey, I'm about it.
And if you're not in that film, I think everyone will be super disappointed too. We need Sam and Keanu in the MCU together. Sam, thank you so much.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Fascinating.
What do you think of his answer?
Good. Actually, the full interview is pretty class as well.
Thank
Because those are just two little tidbits from it.
Bits of tid.
All the rest of the tidbits are up in one full video up on Joe as well, because that's the way videos work. As you can check those out there as well. And where you said, do go and watch the film.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Paul loved it as well.
Especially when you see what happens specifically to Nick Fury's character in this.
Holy moly.
Oh.
Right,
You have to stay for the end credits.
Okay, that's very, very
as
intriguing.
well.
Whew, I love those little treats. You have to stay till the very end.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like when you think the bag's empty and you're like, oh, there's one more.
Yeah, I love it.
That's the best one.
Definitely.
It's a thrill.
So, Spider-Man Far From Home in cinemas right now. And speaking of new releases, the first of those this week, we've got 3 up this week. And the first one, as we said, was Stuber, which inspired our taxi-related question earlier on. Before we hear Rory's review of it, we have heard a massive sigh there, so I'm getting an indication.
Yeah.
Stuber.
And I like the trailer. So.
Yeah. Here's a little look at the film before we hear the full review.
Please be a 5-star ride.
Uber?
Yeah, be cool, be nice. Hey, let me guess, you want me to drive you to all the Sarah Connors in the city?
Koreatown, now.
Hold on, I'm gonna bang a Yui here real quick. Nope, don't got it.
Step on it, please.
Oh, didn't quite make it. Just a couple more points and we got it.
Stu, what's going on?
I've been taking this cop around. And we're on like cop missions.
Where are you? I want you to come over. I really need you.
3 red roses. Girl is thirsty.
Stuber, as we said, out in cinemas this week. Where, like, presumably the name of the film is taken from Uber. Your man drives an Uber.
And his name is Stu.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it, Stuber.
But like, if you don't know his name is Stu,
yeah, well, I didn't.
The title, you're like, what does Stuber mean?
Okay.
I know it's Uber.
Stupid Uber?
That's
Stupid
what
Uber.
I thought. I thought he was a stupid Uber driver.
Yeah.
And then I found out, no, it's just that his name is Stu.
Have you ever been in an Uber?
I have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
An Uber X, actually.
What's an
Oh,
Uber
hello.
X? Is that like after dark or
Perfect
something?
X.
That's like the
No, it's
fancy one where
fancy. You
they
get,
have
like,
to give you
water.
water and everything.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
The driver wears a suit.
Look at you living the high life.
I know, right?
Holy moly, did you get that like on work account or what's the crack?
God, no.
So, Stuber, Dave Bautista, Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Like a buddy cop style thing, teaming up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so the movie starts with Dave Bautista and his cop partner is played by Karen Gillan. So, Guardians of the Galaxy mini reunion. And they're chasing down Iko Uwe from The Raid. And he's like a big drug dealer. And then it goes all wrong. And then Dave Bautista is like, I'm a lone wolf now, and I'll never take another partner ever again. And then he has to get eye surgery because he's getting old. You can see him in the trailer. He's wearing like what looks like fancy ski goggles, but he's just had like LASIK surgery or whatever that is. So he can't really see. So he ends up having to hire an Uber to just track down a lead, and that's where Stu, the Uber driver, comes in. And over the course of the day, the two of them just end up getting like more and more involved in each other's lives, and blah blah blah. Now,
here we go.
The reason why none of this works, straight from the beginning, is if you were in Camille Nanjiani's position,
yeah,
who can be very funny. The Big Sick was great. What was that, 2 years ago?
Love that.
His character motivation is just to get a 5-star review on Uber. Right?
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
No, nothing else.
Okay.
So he will not. He simply is like, I want to go. There's people trying to kill me. There's
So
people
I'll keep
shooting at
helping
me.
you no matter what happens. I want
As long
that
as you give me a
review.
5-star review.
Okay.
That's it. And this is after like people are shooting at him.
Yeah.
There's been multiple car accidents. There's been explosions. Would you not be like, do you know what? Actually,
Standard taxi journey. It's
He really
grand.
loves his job.
in Dublin maybe, but not.
Yeah.
But like you just be like, no, I'm a go.
Is that not kind of funny though, or is it funny for like a wee moment and then not for like an hour and a half
Like
run?
for the very first bit when they're just going to the first kind of clue for the mission.
Yeah.
And Dave Bautista is being like a scary, angry, huge man in the car. And then Camille is like, ugh. Then, yes. Later, when there's literally, when your life is on the line, just to get a 5-star thing.
5-star review.
And does he think he's going to sit down after, open his app and tap all 5 stars? Like, I mean, surely not.
That's the last thing on his mind. Yeah. It's just... Now, having said that,
Having said that, I loved it.
Having
It
said
was
that,
amazing.
Go see it.
5-star film. 5-star film.
Some very funny scenes in it, but they are staggered.
Few
throughout.
and far between.
Yeah, there's one decent action scene at the start with Iko Uwe, and then there isn't the second one for the rest of the film. Kind of funny every now and again. The two of them actually do have some good chemistry together. But as you said, just off air, it is a bit like someone may have tried to sell the script to The Rock and Kevin Hart, and they were like, nah.
No, this one's not for us.
And I'm scared that the trailer gave away all the laughs, because the trailer, I did laugh a lot at the trailer.
Yeah.
So now after what I hear from you, I'm scared that...
Yeah, a lot of the decent laughs are in the trailer, especially if you watch the Red Band trailer, because it actually is quite violent and there's a lot of swearing. You guys.
Denise is a big fan of that, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet, happy days.
Honing it in for this show.
Yeah, really.
Very
reeling it back.
professional.
Yeah, thanks again for that.
You're welcome.
So if you'd like to give the Big Reviewski a 5-star, like on any, like not on YouTube, like on anywhere you get your podcast, we will be willing to do anything, just like Camille Nanjiani in the film as well. So please, 5 stars, thanks. So anything. Not recommended then?
Goodness.
No.
There's literally nothing else on. And it's raining, and you have an hour and a half to kill.
Yeah, because you would think Camille Nanjiani's funny, and Dave Bautista has a lot of like on-screen presence, charisma as well. And obviously he's trying to branch out from playing Drax in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. What else did he do? Oh, he did Spectre, where he was like a burly bad guy in that as well, but more of a lead role in this. But sure, listen. Stuber, which means stew and Uber, not stupid Uber, is out in cinemas this week. One of the other releases this week is Jim Jarmusch's latest film. It's The Dead Don't Die. And I remember when the trailer for this was released, and like people got very excited because there's Bill Murray in it. Adam Driver.
Are you going to do the whole cast? Because
I don't know.
We'll be here all day.
Those are the only 2 people I remember. Let's take a look at the clip.
Is our plan to inform people about the zombie danger before it gets dark?
I guess so.
Because we passed Farmer Miller's place a little while ago, do we need to inform him?
Farmer Miller.
Oh, okay.
Oh my. Are you in this together?
So how the do you kill a zombie?
Slow down a second, Cliff. Excuse me. You gotta kill the head.
Kill the head.
Decapitate. It's the only way to kill.
Jesus. You gotta get prepared.
Oh, that's bad.
Yuck.
That's unfortunate.
She's alive?
Holy shit.
Look out, kids. The dead don't die.
I got this, Cliff.
The Dead Don't Die, a zombie film. It looks like with a wee bit of a twist, because it's got that really, or it seems like it has that really deadpan Bill Murray type humour, where it's like there's nobody really panicking too much that there's zombies coming to attack them. But yeah, what's it about?
Well, there's been polar fracking, and it has caused the Earth to go off its normal axis.
Of course.
And then these people in small town America, like a population of 750 or something, they noticed that the sun isn't going down at the regular time, and all the electronic stuff isn't really working, and all the pets in town have all disappeared. And they're like, oh, it's kind of weird. I guess we'll slowly look into it. Adam Driver and Chloe Sevigny and Bill Murray are the cops in the small town, and they noticed that some of the locals, their bodies have been eaten. And they're like, oh, maybe it's like animals, or a wild pack of animals have come into town, and I guess that's fine. We won't look too much further into it. But then more and more reanimated corpses start to show up around the place.
Nightmare.
And they have to react to that in a very Jim Jarmuschian way, which completely rubbed me up the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
because I really liked his last movie, which was Only Lovers Left Alive, which was a fantastic vampire movie with Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston. This one is so, it tries to be so meta. Like there's, not to really ruin anything, but like there's a point in the film where it's like, what do we do next? And he's like, oh, we should go here. It was like, well, why would we go there? And it's like, well, that's what it says in the script.
Yeah.
That kind of...
Really?
Yeah, that kind of meta where you're like, what?
No, don't be doing that.
But it doesn't add anything. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
yeah.
There's no meaning behind it. Everyone in it is clearly having a ball. Like the cast is insane, absolutely insane. Like
those 2 people I mentioned.
Yeah.
Those 2 people.
Those 2 big stars out of a massive lineup of other stars.
we do.
Well, like Tilda Swinton's a Scottish samurai,
Okay.
who's also a mortician.
Okay.
So like, it was just. I imagine Jim was like, "What would you like to do?" And she was like, "Well, I've never done a Scottish accent. I'd like to play with a sword, but I'd also like to put makeup on dead people." He's like, "Great,
Perfect. That's your card.
do all of
Off
that."
you go.
Next.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a mess that could have gone the other way. Like there was, you could almost see it at the start where it was almost like the Coen brothers were doing a zombie movie, but it got away from him.
What about Bill Murray? Is it not worth going to see? Because Bill Murray can obviously do no wrong. Obviously, he can do loads wrong. But
Yeah, he's done Garfield. So.
Yeah.
Carol Kane, she can do no wrong. She's
Carol
in the film
Kane,
too.
yes.
Absolutely love her. She's an icon.
She's in it for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was just watching the trailer behind Owen's
She was
head
like,
there,
she
and I
doesn't
felt
last.
like I saw something
That's
going down.
all of Carol Kane's part right there. Okay.
Yeah, it really is. That bit in
Selena
the trailer-
Gomez, is she in a lot of it?
She is not. No, she's in it for about 5 minutes. It does feel like he rang up the director rang up all his famous mates. Was like, "What day are you free?"
Yeah.
And they did a wee bit.
Let's
It's
shoot a
very
little cameo.
little like of people overlapping.
Okay.
It's Adam Driver and Thingy Murray do a lot of scenes together, but everyone else is like, "Are you free?"
Yeah.
Come on, we'll do a scene.
Okay, well, it feels like we're on a great roll so far. Stuber, The Dead Don't Die. Okay, I'm still intrigued by this, like, because again, the trailer with Adam Driver, I'd watch Adam Driver and Bill Murray be like cop partners driving around all day anyway. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I wanted Stuber
I
to
got
be.
kind of
with
Shaun
Bill
of the
Murray
Dead
and Adam
vibes
Driver.
from that
yeah,
trailer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you know, like go find out for yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
And
Will
then
do.
come back and tell me how right I was.
The third big release out this week it's a documentary. Is it Ron Howard who's directed this?
Yeah.
So this is Pavarotti. We did have Asif Kapadia in just recently chatting about his brand new documentary Maradona. So they love these one-named titled documentaries as well. This one, of course, is by or about Luciano Pavarotti, the famous Italian tenor. And like unbelievable singer. Like I know, have you heard Rory sing?
No.
Voice of an angel.
I was just about to get you to give me a line of Pavarotti.
Yeah. Oh well.
They call me Joe's Ariana Grande.
Can you name a Pavarotti song?
Well, the one he's most famous for is Nessun Dorma. Whenever he performed that, and that's from Puccini's opera Turandot. Let's take a look at the clip. Yeah.
My father was a tenor. My mother says, my son sings with a beautiful voice. I said, Mama, you say that because you are my mother. No, because I don't say that when I hear your father.
Luciano was singing in all the theaters. He was just opening his mouth. Everything was easy. He was a nervous wreck before every performance. He would always say, I go to die.
We go to die.
Can you be sure you'll hit the note?
No, that is the beauty of my profession.
Denise, are you okay? Are you feeling a little bit?
Bit emotional.
Yeah.
It's moving. I'm scared that you're staring at me. It's moving. I think it's really moving. and emotional.
We've agreed on everything else so far.
No, we actually have. Have. I just get nervous.
The way they use the music in that trailer and some of the wee quotes about him like talking about his mammy and all, I can see why I got emotional there.
See,
as well.
imagine if Mulan had that. Just saying.
That's what you're looking for.
Looping back.
Imagine if Pavarotti was in Mulan. Yeah, if only he hadn't died. Yeah, where are you, Pavarotti? So, Rory, as we said before, secret of a good documentary. It's not really a secret, but if you're not interested in something and it hooks you, gets you in, and teaches you something you didn't know, and you're like, bloody hell, that was amazing.
Yeah, or if you know everything about the subject and watching it, you're like, oh, I thought I knew everything about the subject.
Yeah.
You learn a bit more emotional depth about it.
Like you with Maradona.
Exactly. But this, for me, is the former. I was like, obviously everyone knows who Pavarotti is, but like his life story, not so much. This is what I call a Wikipedia movie.
Ah, no.
Where
Ron Howard's better than that.
He can be.
Yeah.
We've seen.
You're like,
he
he
can't
doesn't.
too. Yeah, like it doesn't go too far into maybe showing the more negative aspects of Pavarotti and his personal life. Whenever it focuses on his music, it is outstanding, and do go see it in Omniplex in the best sound screen or whatever you can.
Yeah.
Because they use footage from what was the Three Tenors?
The Three Tenors famous concert, him with Jose Carreras and Placido Domingo.
Thing.
The three boys.
I love the way you put on the accent and everything.
They're the
It's very intimidating.
three original tenors. Because now you get everybody, like there's 3 Irish tenors, 90 million tenors. We could set up a group called the Three Tenors as
Oh my
well.
God, we should.
We should sell.
We could
okay,
do
let's
the intro
that.
to the Big Reviewski, like a little chime.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that at the very end. I look forward to that. Yeah, I might have to run off, but yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, so whenever those moments are happening.
Yeah, whenever it focuses on the music stuff, it is very, very impressive, and it does show you just how like otherworldly his talent was. And then there's some like other random interesting tidbits. Like I didn't know he was such good friends with Diana, Princess Diana, and they had kind of worked together on like charity stuff, but also they just got on really, really well. And they interview his first wife, and then I don't know, like his second wife and some of his daughters. Bono gets a lot of screen time.
Bono was his third wife. Yes. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Third wife and second son. Because they did, was it Miss Sarajevo?
Oh, did they do a whole big thing together as well?
Well, they had a song.
Oh, did they?
U2 and Pavarotti.
Oh, right, okay.
Thought you'd know that now, you big buff.
Don't like U2. No, I actually do like U2 before everyone who hates U2 gets it. I actually do like U2.
It's not the country to say that.
no, I do like U2. It's fine.
So Bono gets a lot of screen time and like really sings his praises. So there's some very interesting highlights, but it is very like he was born here on this year, and then at this age he realised he had this talent, and then here's his first king,
okay,
and there's no depth to it.
Okay,
really.
It just skims the surface of his life, basically.
Yes.
Okay. I think me and my dad, we're still going to go and see it. Daddy, I'll see you there, 100%. Yeah. No, we are. We're going to go and see it.
Do you know what? Hang on. How do you feel about the word daddy?
Like in context to talking to your own father?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit kind of like zaddy, like you're on about like a hot older man.
A bit zaddy?
No, it's zaddy. Like D-Z-A-D-D-Y, like it's zaddy. Yeah.
Are you trying to say daddy? No, you're trying to say zaddy.
No, you're trying to say zaddy. Zaddy. No, you have to, it's the D with the Z followed zaddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of like, sounds like what you're on about.
Yeah, see.
Like I wouldn't call my own dad daddy. I think it'd be a bit weird.
Thank you.
What if I called your dad daddy? That would be even weirder.
Slightly.
So a few years ago, I used to teach a guy, right, who was a boxer, and he wanted to learn how to sing. So I was like, grand, I'll teach you how to sing. There's more stuff to that story. But basically he came in, but whenever you were like doing like little like vocal exercises with him, and you do like da 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 da, stuff like that. And we used to get higher and higher, and everyone has like a specific kind of range where they're comfortable in singing. Like Pavarotti's range was unbelievable, and that's why everything was so easy for him. But this boxer, because he was trained in like never give up, always, strive to be the best, he refused to believe that his voice wouldn't go any higher. So he was like, do it again, go higher, go higher. So his nickname, because he was a singing boxer, I call him Pavarotti.
I thought this was going to loop back to the daddy situation. I was waiting for the daddy.
I didn't realise you had jumped tracks.
No, we had changed.
No, I had to move things on because I didn't know what zaddy meant. So, yeah.
Pavarotti.
I was like,
Pavarotti.
And you call the boxer daddy. I was like, that's where we're going. No, Pavarotti is like...
No, Pavarotti all the way. So if you're out there listening and still singing and boxing, good luck to you. So Pavarotti is out in cinemas this week as well. So we got Stuber, The Dead Don't Die, Pavarotti, and Spider-Man. Far From Home. Go see that.
I am shell-shocked.
Now it's time for the big competition on the Big Reviewski. I know the name of the show. I want to say a massive congratulations to, as we said, we got 5 winners, but 3 up this week, 2 for next week. Maths. Congratulations to Cahill Began, Una Eustace, and Christopher Davey, who got the correct answer to last week's High Clue. So Denise, you haven't been here for the High Clue before.
No, I haven't.
This is pretty exciting. Do you know what the High Clue is?
No. Explain.
Okay, here we go. Can we see the High Clue on screen, please? Last week's High Clue, basically, it's a 3-line film riddle.
Okay.
And each of the lines is a clue to a particular film, so they all add up to tell you the name of one particular film. So there might be clues to a bit of the plot, or the director, or some of the actors in it as well. So last week's High Clue was Brill Sailors Regal, Lightning Strikes Family Home, while Bro Plays Love Games. The other thing about it, it's called a haiku because it's kind of based on the structure of a haiku, the Japanese poem. So it's like 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. That's all a bit waffly though. Basically, you just need to guess the film. That's it.
He's made it too intelligent for anyone to really like.
So he said, Brill Sailors Regal, Lightning Strikes Family Home, while Bro Plays Love Games. So is there any film jumping out there?
No, like I used to get fair in my problem solving in primary school. Like I used to have the fair box ticked. It was the only thing always. So when I look at that, I'm like, what?
No, not for you.
Over my head.
This is
I think this is a nasty one.
This is above average in difficulty.
although Ian, who works in the show, shout out to Ian, was like, he felt this was he got it like that last week. He was like, no, it's the easiest one so far. But no, I definitely don't think so. So, Rory, did you have any idea what the answer was?
Yeah, it took a few minutes to piece together, but I think I got there in the end.
Drum roll. The answer is
the Royal Tenenbaums.
Is it the Royal? It is the Royal Tenenbaums. Denise is like, no, it's not the Royal Tenenbaums.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So the reason it was the Royal Tenenbaums, it was Brill Sailors Regal. That was all a reference to Gene Hackman. The sailor bit was he plays Popeye. He's Regal because he plays Royal Tenenbaum in the film. And he's Brill because he's a brilliant actor. But also he plays Brill, that's the name of his character, in Enemy of the State, which is a massively underrated film. We just talked about that film the other day. Such a good show. So that was all about Gene Hackman. The middle line, Lightning strikes family home. Lightning was a reference to Owen Wilson, who plays Lightning McQueen. He strikes family home because he kind of comes in and messes up their family, but he also crashes a car physically into the house, kills the dog, R.I.P. dog. John Wick will be after him. And the final line, while Bro plays love games, his brother Luke Wilson plays love games because he's in love with his sister, but weird. But also plays love games. He's a tennis player, so love there as well. Royal Tenenbaums. Yeah, all good, sweet, sorted, happy enough with that. Yeah.
Even explained, I'm like,
yeah. When did you zone out? Like just after
when
the
it came
intro
on
to
the
the show.
screen.
The intro to the show. Welcome to the Big Reviewski. So this week's high clue. No, this one. I think you like this one better.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay. So
Still
here we go.
don't get it.
So Gigolo's female, kiss from a bath time fairy, gentlemanly dick. So for everybody. Roy's doing comedy face. Can we get a look at Roy's comedy face there? For everybody,
There's a lot to take in there.
For everybody who's listening, Gigolo's female. Gigolos is Gigolo '(S), female. Kiss from a bath time fairy, gentlemanly dick, and dick has a capital D.
It sure does.
It certainly does. So we'll do a quick syllable count. Gigolo's female, 5. Kiss from a bath time fairy, 7, and gentlemanly dick, 5. 5, 7, 5. Sorted, qualifies. Anything popping in the mind? Anything?
no.
Sweet. Well, when you put it like that, no.
Like I'm laughing
Just
at
no.
gentlemanly dick. That's giving me a laugh.
That was there for a laugh.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
Doesn't actually mean anything. It's just there to give
That's
you
the child
a laugh.
I was in school.
Okay. Fair. Take the fair
I
back.
like it's a child that was in school and remain as an adult.
Roy, what do you reckon?
Looks good.
Thanks, pal.
Looks like a good one.
Yeah, your support means a lot. Cheers. So yes, we do have those Spider-Man Far From Home packages to give away. We said you can win. It's a Spider-Man backpack, a Spider-Man neck pillow, Spider-Man water bottle, and a passport cover.
All the bits for travelling.
Everything you need, covered in Spider-Man logos. Yeah, who wouldn't want that? I say congratulations to Cathal Began, Una Eustace, Christopher Davey. 2 more winners to announce. So we'll announce those next week. I think that's it for this week. Yes? Pretty much. Coming soon. On next week's show, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Disney live. It's not really live action. It's animation, like.
There is some live action in it.
Yeah.
It's The Lion King.
I don't know, because the Jungle Book could get away with it because there was a human in it.
There was a human in it, so they can say live action. Mixed with CG.
Yes, this just looks like David Attenborough with famous voices.
Yeah. The premiere took place in America, I think, just earlier this week.
Yeah, Beyonce looks stunning.
Yeah, like it's...
She released a new song for the movie.
Yeah.
That's right, as well. So it's already... A lot of people very excited about it anyway, but based on those kind of early word from the premiere, it seems like we're in for a bit of a treat. Especially after, Denise, you said you can't stand the sight of Mulan.
No, I'm very upset about it. Obviously, I'm still going to go see it.
Obviously.
But the trailer doesn't have me feeling the feels.
Okay, gotcha. So The Lion King will be out next week. We're going to be taking a look at that. And Rory, be great to have you back. Denise, thanks a million for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's fantastic.
Any more plugs for
I've got a
stuff?
text. No, just if you miss Love Island, listen to my show.
Yeah,
That's
sweet.
the way around it.
That's it. And then, can we come and guest on your show? Can we do that?
Are you watching Love Island?
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I could do an episode where people that just watch one episode of it come on and they give you
And
what
first
they
I
think.
can
impressions.
absolutely do that.
I will 100%
I
do
think,
that.
I think that could be something
Okay.
we could do. Yeah.
And I've got a text before.
Who text you?
Like,
Was
you
it your
texted
mom?
me. Mommy did
I
text
text
me.
you saying stop texting
What
me.
about Daddy?
Your daddy texted me. So we will see you next
Jesus.
week on the Big Reviewski. Big thank you to Paul on sound, Fiona on visuals, Ian as well for saying the high clues are too easy. We'll see you next week. Please subscribe to our show and Denise's as well.
Oh.